What's going on, people? So I just literally just posted short, and this is 2 o'clock in the morning. It's Tuesday. I'm doing this after work. The reason I'm doing this after work because the shop's located right next to the elevator and laying loading corn, and I never thought about it since I gotta paint this car. So the cornflake flies. So you gotta have both doors open. That one cracked open just a tiny bit, and then we have another door open right there, and I sprinkle water pretty much all over the shop. I think somebody commented one time, they're like, that's insane just to paint the car in a wide open shop. Why not? Like, I literally, in this bay, before the YouTube was popular, I painted a whole entire semi, like right in this spot. We were climbing on the ladders. I had a 2001 Peterbilt 379, and I literally with this hands, I scuffed the whole thing, primed it, scuffed it again, resanded it, and we painted the whole thing. We started at like 11 o'clock at night, and we finished till like 7 in the morning, like literally was spraying that thing. So the Passat, it's painted. I don't know if the camera does transition or not, but it's like a little bit, this is white and this is white, but a little bit different color. And the reason it's being that way, because one paint is fresh and the other one is not. The paint is actually still fresh, like you cannot touch it. Same thing as this one. Maybe the lighting is a little bit, but it's a little bit different. And though there's no paint here, it's mainly just to clear because I blend this fender, but I did not blend the other one. The key to the good paint job, it's prepping, number one. That's something I take my pride in. Like I scuff, make sure everything has dull spots. Nothing's being shiny, so make sure everything's dulled up. And a friend of mine, he's actually a professional painter, and I helped him one day. And I saw when he paints, obviously he paints in paint booth, but soon he's done spraying clear, he will unmask the car. Obviously there's no dust. I end up waiting for a little bit longer. But the reason you do that, because right up here where you had your tape, the clear is still wet, it actually will not make a hard line in the corner, it will roll in. So in theory, every body shop goal is to paint a car so you can't tell it different from original to new. And body shop I worked in a long time ago, we actually ended up doing it too good of a job because the things we paint it actually looked better than the original. And quite often people literally complain about it because it was like a glass, like it was a really deep glass. And that one, obviously the paint's older or whatever, but it's dulled out. So we end up, what we did at that time, we ended up buffing the whole car. So I had paint left over. It's a TrendStar paint. I really like TrendStar. If you're curious what paint I use, and I use TrendStar Clear Coat, which stinks really bad, but I like where it lays down. The reason I like the TrendStar paint, because it covers really good. Literally, if you have burn through spot like on the edge, it was one right here, you can't even see it where it was burned through, like when you burn it through. There is obviously some dirt fall down, there's a little bit of orange peel, but like I said, the paint still wet. Well, it's kind of start drying out. But you don't want to put too much paint because it will run, but you don't want to put enough, too little of a paint because it will orange peel. I don't know if the camera transitioned, but it is a little bit of orange peel. I'm not a big fan of buffing a car after done like 2 days, 3 days later. I usually just leave it where it is. Couple washes, you do scrub with a brush when you wash it, and it will blend in with the rest of it. In theory, I should have went into this door and kind of paint a half of the door and then rest of it clear. I really didn't want to take the whole thing apart and then scuff and whatever, create myself at work. This car is not very expensive. It's what, a $10,000, $11,000 car, and I'm making it for myself. Like that little bit of difference, the professional will see it. Like I said, you can see on the camera because the lighting is a little bit different, like on the other side. It's similar to it, it's a little bit better, but what I will do, I will buff this door in a little bit to bring the shine back on, and actually will match up fairly well. The bumper, only one thing has showed up. I fixed this bumper, but this crack showed up over here, which is no big deal. Not to worry about it. This bumper actually came out original from this car. It was hit. What happened is the people hit a deer right in this corner. So, what else? So the paint job is done. Really super pumped. I don't see any runs. All the edges is done. No miss spots, because I don't have a very good lighting here, and that's the key to have a good paint job. You have to have a very good lighting. So in my short I put it in, I actually ended up running around with the flashlight, make sure it didn't miss a spot, especially like right here, which looks pretty good. That's the main thing, because I always having I don't do this on a daily basis, but usually having a hard time to spray in really tight areas, like in wheel wells right here in this little lip what it has, but partially the plastic gets covered. Anyways, if you do this things every day, you get better at it, but I always get confused what I was. So I'm usually trying to go around all the edges, and then I do the main face of the panel or bumper or whatever you want to call it, at least on one coat, so you get decent coverage. Clear coat, same thing. I do one coat on the edges, and then second coat I just do the face of it, and good enough. But the main thing I notice, if you unmask your car, if the place you paint in, it lets you unmask the car right away till it's clear, it's wet, believe it or not, it will make a huge difference. Like if I would have left the plastic overnight and then tomorrow morning I come in and trying to peel all this tape off, what will happen is you have potential to rip the clear off, like on a hood or on a fender. Now it's like done. I'm about to go home. Tomorrow I will, well actually today, I will show up and start putting things back together. I gotta order a windshield, and the plan is I'll need to go in different state. The plan is to drive that car because it's super fuel efficient. So I'm super pumped, but actually in somewhat rush, I ended up prepping that car, did best as I could, which I like to prep. It come out to be pretty nice. I'm super excited. So thanks for watching all. Leave the comment below if you have any questions. Once again, I'm not professional, but I do appreciate for all the viewers and for all the likes.